start with our day two. Uh, this video is basically gonna help us to understand what kind of a business plan do we need to start or what is the best plan for us. So here are a couple of points for the day two that we gonna start working on. Choosing the right business idea. Before we go to this topic, so there is a small story that I need to tell you guys. So before I started my career uh, into the data analytics, I have started, like as I said before in my last video, that I do had an experience in digital marketing, and I did started two companies, and one is related to the service base, and another one is related to the SaaS base. That I will definitely explain you guys what is that and what kind of businesses that it used to handle and all those things. But to be honest, both of those businesses in the start were doing good. I'm not going to say it's great, but yeah, it was doing good. I was actually making good money for a couple of months. Then down the line, I was not able to sustain uh, in both of those business verticals. So one is the service space, which deals with digital marketing services. So over there, we used to have really good clients, couple of them from international, couple of them from India itself, right? So they have their own product. So my work over there was to make sure they are getting good SEO traffic, good SEO ranking onto their articles. And apart from that, there are a couple of users who used to run PBN network. To give you a small understanding about PBN is private block network. It's again, it's a like completely different story talking about that part. So basically, what does it does? It generate revenue from the ads, affiliate markets, and all those places. So you interconnect multiple websites and you can start getting traffic and you start making revenue out of it. So I was handling those websites too in our uh, previous projects. The down the line, what is the main problem or there was the competition. Okay. For example, I am telling X is what my value is, and I'm going to provide all these services. And I was even showing the good number of results, maybe in ranking, the terms of revenue, and all those things. There is always another person who comes and tells that okay, we do provide the same services and we can also provide the same outcome to you guys with a less price. So for example, if I am charging X, so the other person will gonna definitely gonna say that okay, we're gonna charge like 15 percentage less than the amount what I'm quoting, right? So there is always a space where you will find the people who will be definitely competing with us in all those areas. So, and I'm pretty sure you might also came across a lot of videos that the people gonna say that okay, if your services are really good, how you place yourself, how strong you talk, that's what it drives. Yes, it does. It is a factor. It does contain the weightage. I'm not denying that part, but in my experience, what I have seen, I don't think so. Not so much. Like out of 100, I'm not sure it would at least go even in 50 percentage. I could keep it as 30 percentage weightage for those kind of words or those kind of persuasiveness, stating that okay, this is what our products are, this is what my product gonna deliver to you and all those things. There will be an cost factor whenever you see. These basically works when you actually have a really big company, you have a really good resources, and also the company which you're trying to approach is also a very big company. So those kind of companies would actually listen to you, understand you. Their priority is not about money. Their priority is about the solution. Yes, they definitely look into the budget, how many people are coming into it, and all those things. That's for sure. I'm not denying it. But if your customer base is someone whose businesses is small to medium, okay, and may their daily businesses or their monthly businesses go somewhere around maybe like 1 lakh to like 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs or 7, even 10 lakhs per month. Okay. So if you try to approach those kind of a people, their main objective would be the budget, not about how good is your services. And they will definitely find one place or another, one place or another, and they'll definitely land in some place. And again, the people who communicate and try to tell them, okay, what are they trying to provide and how good their services is really and think something that people can talk very well. Uh, I understand that everyone are not good at every place. For example, me, I'm not so good at development, or I'm not so good at what you call QA, okay, or maybe planning itself, like how to create a proper structural planning on the terms of launching a project and all those things. So there are product people who basically does all those things. I was actually good at marketing, good at creating strategies, creating flows, creating what are the like keywords that we may generate more revenue. Okay, what are the sources we can use? And on top of it, I was also been passionate towards the analytics or data kind of a side, if you can see, where we look into the points where how good X product can go, like how good are people are interested in part of it. So don't worry if you think that you are not so good at a certain part of it. So that's where the AI comes into the picture for us. So we will create an agents for ourselves, and we will create an employees for ourselves so that whatever we are missing, they do it for us. So coming back to the point, what kind of a business ideas do we need to find it out? As I said, my experience, I will not go towards the what you call service base, and the SaaS base also. As I said, the second product was related to the SaaS base. The SaaS was something like providing the microservices with the help of AI. So that is what I was trying to do. And to be honest, uh, I didn't develop that application from the scratch. Okay, so I have seen couple of gurus who's talking, YouTube gurus who's talking about okay how we can take templates, right? Already pre-built application, just plug and play with it, and you just pay certain amount, X amount, right? You could pay like $50 initially, right? You can start. Then later on, there is a specific thing for any future you want to unlock, you need to pay more and more and more. So if you have even $1,000 paid to that specific template or the specific business model, again, there will be newer version which is completely locked, right? There is a newer, what you call completely new tools which are completely locked, and we have to pay them to use those services to give to our customers. I think you understand what I'm trying to tell. So using that idea initially, as I said, it was good. So it was going well. I did got somewhere around like 200 to 300 users, made some marketing campaigns and all those things. What I understood in the journey was it was not my product, and I was also sure the data which I was getting was also been reflecting to the people who were actually developed that application. So I don't think using the third party applications, pre-built application, using in our businesses and thinking that okay, we just run a campaign, okay, and we hire some digital marketing team guys, run some campaigns and run some kind of an Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat ads, and we will gonna definitely get customers out of it. I don't think so. It's not for long term. It is something for a very short term where you can think about that part. But in this series, we are not going to think in that direction. Our plan is to develop an Fortune 500 style company. It's really good, stable, understanding the competition, working basis on that. The application should be ours. The complete code base should be ours. It's not should be someone else or some other people we are finding out in the Fiverr or Upwork, asking them to develop all those things. So it's not in that area. So we will be developing ourselves, and we'll be making sure that whatever we develop is actually is our product itself. So we need to come up with that specific idea. So that is what we need to think what is our business idea is. And the second most important point is uh, how do we need to find our idea, our own idea is something, think something on your personal level, like what kind of in services if you provide that you use, that is the most important factor. Then if you keep yourself in the shoes that what kind of a services that other people could use, like what I will use, then you will start understanding, okay, what are the points, what is the market gap. For example, I used to trade for the crypto, okay, and I'm pretty sure everyone has an experiences with Telegram, right, or WhatsApp group. I'm pretty sure a lot of people calls you and tells you, okay, we're gonna give you these calls, maybe in stock market or crypto or any places, right? So if you are into that part, but you don't know how to do what you called how to see how the market is going, you don't know how to understand the trends, uptrend, downtrend, up, low, sell, put, buy, and all those things. You need to start learning about that part and start working on that part. So our application could be on that side of it, where how does it help the traders? Okay, trading is a really big platform, like identifying how signals work, identifying how the uptrend and downtrend is working, identifying how the newses are coming out. For example, there is recently an news, I think you heard about the US signing the treaty with Iran, right, which increased the cryptocurrencies market value. I'm not saying huge, but at least it growed a little bit compared to the before. When I last time when I saw the Bitcoin went to $57,000, now it is somewhere around $62,000. There's a jump in the when the treaty and all those things. Again, there are subtle things which completely market changes itself. So again, what do you use a lot? Make that as a product so that the product which you are creating, that you should have a mental satisfaction that okay, if not others, it is useful for me and myself itself. So that's what the idea should be. And next, coming to the what category, uh, the category, as I said before, it doesn't mean that creating an application in the trading is a good option to go up with, right? Please understand the category also. If you are good at something, then I think we should pick that specific category. It could be anything. It could be a storytelling, it could be a writing, it could be even gossiping is also one of the things. So it's all a perspective how you try to think and what kind of an application do you want to create. To give you a small what you call background about the categories. There, when I was in my when I started my company, the DMPE Solutions, there was a person who wants to start, who wants to become influencer. So my main work is to make sure that his videos are getting more likes and more what you call reach, and whatever he's trying to sell, the people are trying to engage with that part. So we have a specific strategy and all those things. But he was not talking about the typical things like gadgets or news or what you call fashion, like all those current people things. He was focused. He was talking about the temples. He was trying to get into spirituality. Why? Because he wants to launch an application which deals with the booking of temples. Again, if you see the most commonly searched in YouTube would be the second most or third most place would be about the devotion. It could be about the God, it could be about the stories, it could be about the spirituality and all those things. That niche people might think, okay, no one might come into that area, or no one would try to what you call involve into that area. Okay, there are very few people. If you look into it, you will find so many niches, so many categories that actually work very different. So, as I said, we have to think about it, what actually we really love. what actually do we want to get into it part. So that is the second part. So again, I don't have any idea right now. So I am also clueless what to create like everyone. So I will be doing the same thing. So before we start, there are a couple of things that I think we need to start working on. And in that is about the things which we want to tell our LLMs that what we actually want them to do. You can find these things in the ChatGPT and the Gemini. In my previous video, I have told you guys that I use Geo, so I have a free access for the Gemini. So yeah, so here if you see this option, and if you see here, so you do get an option to add what LLM needs to think about. Okay, so again, for each one, it's a completely different concept. For each one, it's a completely different thing. But don't, I mean, a lot of people thinks that I will give you a prompt, you can just simply add it over there, and it's like something like copy paste. In this series, we will be having different ideas and different way of thinking about the work or about the ideas. So certain places that I think you need to work on it, create by yourself and add it. And there are certain things that we can commonly use. Out of that, I would try to tell you one small thing is if you see this prompt below, so is basically a prompt which helps to create the what you called a proper thing or a proper prompt or a proper scenario that you want to explain anything. So this prompt we will be using a lot. And again, a lot of people may think that okay, my typing skills are very bad. I make a lot of mistakes. Okay, I mean, I'm good at talking or I'm good at reading, but sometimes typing or spelling mistakes, a lot of things comes. Or I do have something in my mind, but when I write, all those things doesn't comes. Okay, the output. So for those people, this prompt will help a lot. And what does the LLM does is they understand what actually you want to tell, what you actually going to explain about it. Then it organize, analyze, and then gives the proper structured data. So use this, okay? And it's not wrong. It's no, there is no shame on anything. If you don't know spellings, if you're not able to write properly, that's completely fine. We are in the AI era where AI should like will handle everything and should handle everything. So go create your own spelling check task. Okay, as you know, click on new chart, paste this complete prompt. Okay, uh, paste this complete prompt, give space maybe twice, then here type it what you are trying to achieve, what does this LLM actually needs to do for you. So then the outcome, I suppose you should copy from there, come over here and paste it over here. So, okay. So do remember there are a couple of character limit sometimes. So please understand. So there is no problem if you make it short and something extra is remind, then you again add new. So it will show another new. So you can add it over there. Okay. And the same thing you can also found it on the what you call settings. Okay. And you can add the how does the AI need to think, okay, and all those things over here also, which will help you to make sure what kind of a work we are trying to do and what should the AI need to do. So I hope I gave you the context and I gave you what we should think about and what should we do and how should our idea be. And that's it for today. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to tell you guys. So we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.